Hey there, Poke fans, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our Season 1 climb using a team that we built from scratch. Bet you guys missed that one. Anyway, so last video we went 3 and 3. I gave you guys an extra fight. Didn't mean to, but you know, it is what it is. And Regulation G is now officially out. With Regulation G, we're going to be testing the waters a little bit to see what everyone's kind of playing. I know that my team realistically does not make a whole lot of sense, but I did post the EVs of the team yesterday, so it is on the first video. It'll be linked up in the card up above, and you can see the pinned comment to see that. I will also pin the rental team now. That way you guys can pick it up and try it out yourselves, but it does not make sense. I will first and foremost say that Burgraph right now is only to counter other people that can use priority moves as well as reset Trick Room if we need to. So far he hasn't really hit the field as much. I also have a confusion on 2 people. So Roaring Moon and Groudon, these two really work well together, which is great. But for Roaring Moon's acrobatic set to be like great, booster energy needs to be off. So if Groudon comes out, booster energy clocks, or booster energy doesn't clock. That means acrobatics doesn't do that much damage, which means I'm not doing as optimal damage as I possibly can. But if I open up with like Roaring Moon and Chien-Pao, it makes it a little bit easier, but that's 2 dark types that are heavily weak against fairy types or fighting types. So I have to kind of decide what I want to do. So for right now, I think Tornadus and Roaring Moon coming out first was like the better play. And then maybe like Groudon and like Chien-Pao as their own team, and then kind of like bringing in Fluttermane and Burgraph whenever we need to. But because of the fact that it's got 2 Tailwind setters, a Trick Room user, and then someone that like counteracts what I'm trying to do with Sun, it kind of makes the team really congested. So we'll be changing a lot of things in probably like the next video, depending on how we do today. Obviously, I'm not going to be like, yeah, these guys suck and I'm going to just throw them out. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to see what is played more, and that way we can come up with a better way to counteract those. Because I don't know if I'm going to have a second team in the middle of the month. I do want to play Rain, so we might have a second team in the middle, but we're also going to be doing rental teams off and on as well. So if you guys want to see any more rental teams, we're going to be taking the ones out of the Discord. So if you guys want to come in, join up, post your rental teams, and you guys want to see it premiered on this channel, please do that, and I'll go from there first, and then we'll take it off from there. So yeah, anyways, that's all that I've got. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to go into our matches. I believe we'll do 5, but we'll see how everything goes. For now, let's get to it. Okay, we got Shadow Rider, Chi-Yu, Water Ogerpon, Whimsicott. Wow, I forgot their name. And Glamora. Okay, I think it's like Me and Chow. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, with this particular team, we're going to have to worry about heavily in speed. So the only thing I can think of, hopefully, I mean, we can bring in Farigiraf to kind of weave in whatever Whimsicott can do. Also ignore Shadow Rider, but we're gonna have to really decide. Okay, we're gonna bring in Tornadus, Roaring Moon. We'll bring in Chien-Pao, and we'll bring in Farigiraf. Now we're gonna bring in Farigiraf in case if like Whimsicott is out there first. Then maybe we can swap out and try to prevent like maybe the taunt, but I don't think that's going to be anything, to be honest. We could also use it to reverse speed tiers, and that would primarily be able to be used for Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider is like incredibly fast. I think it hits like 220. So Glamora, Chi-Yu. So with that, question is, do I want to Tailwind first, or should I Rain Dance? If I do Rain Dance, it's gonna buff up Water Ogerpon. I think Rain Dance first, so that we can avoid Chi-Yu's nonsense. Terra Acrobatics. Nope. Terra Knockoff? Knockoff would be better. Does Bleakwind Storm hit for anything? No, not really. Let's do Tailwind knockoff. I'm assuming Glimora is going to do like Meteor Rain. It would be able to knock out Tornadus pretty easily. But with this particular set, we should be able to withstand a little bit more. We're probably going to take a lot of damage just because of Heat Wave from Chi-Yu. Knock off on Glimora. Almost gets to KO. Does not knock it out, but it does do the Toxic Debris. Power Orb's gone, so it was Meteor Beam. So now it doesn't get to attack this turn. It does get the special attack boost. Heat Wave. Oof. So that's either Scarfed or Spect. I would like to say Spec. So bring up Chi and Pow now. He's gonna have poisoned, which is totally fine. Now we can't get burnt, but it's not gonna really do a whole lot. Sacred Sword to Chi-Yu. And I'm just gonna go ahead and Acrobatics Glimora, thinking it's gonna be swapped out. I don't think it will. I think they're just gonna let it go down. That would be my guess. Chi-Yu could also switch out too, which then would be Shadow Rider. No switches, Terra's only, so it's going to go over to the Chi-Yu. Is that what makes sense? And it's going to be Ghost. Oh, Sacred Sword now does nothing. So this attack is going to be everything. Sacred Sword misses. That's unfortunate. Acrobatics. See, like if I would have had a knockoff, that probably would have been better. Well, that's totally fine. I think this is going to be a loss, though. Spikes are still there. We knocked out one of the Pokemon, but here comes that Heat Wave from downtown. Does get the double, and we're just left with Fervor. Yeah, it's a loss. It would have been instantly different if I would have like foresaw that, but I wasn't thinking that they would, you know, obviously Terra the Chi-Yu. I was thinking of something completely different, but because they did that to the Chi-Yu, makes me believe that that was not me and Chow. Okay, so I was right on the name. Fergraph gets poisoned, but that's really fine. We're out of here. Fake Out's gonna come in. Well, it can't because, you know, Armor Tail, but still. I'm not gonna try to play the rest of this game. It's 1v3. I can't do that with Fergraph. Not when they're poisoned. And I have no way to heal. I don't have Nasty Plot anymore. As a matter of fact, I can't even hit Chi-Yu, so it's kind of worthless at this point. Anyways, if I would have predicted the Terra, knockoff would have been perfect there. And at least I would have been able to just attack into Glimora, which is something that I should have done, honestly, because Glimora literally had like no HP. So it would have been best to do the opposites, because then I could have went Sacred Sword into Glimora, or even like Ice Spinner just to kind of survive, and then maybe brought out like the third and fourth Pokemon, because I probably would have been able to knock out Chi-Yu. But still, that's good to note, and we'll use that in the future by kind of like deciding which one is going to be the best one, especially when you outspeed your opponent. Okay, so we have Ice Rider, Water Ogerpon, Fergraph, Me and Chow. A lot of Me and Chows I'm seeing now. Neat. Amoonguss and Torkoal. Now we're seeing Me and Chow's because it comes with Wide Guard. It's one of the very few Pokemon that you can use Wide Guard with. Is it the only one? No, but it comes in its basic kit. So if you want to look for moves like Wide Guard, the best one that I would recommend is either Me and Chow. You can also use Pelipper. You could use Galarian Zapdos if you don't plan on using anything like that. You can also use Garganacl. Garganacl also gets it. he was like perfect in like the first 3 regulations. Gallade also has it, Hitmonlee has it, Bastiodon has it. Like there's a lot of Pokemon that do get it. You just kind of have to decide what you're going to want to do with the Pokemon. Heck, even Hariyama gets it, so plenty of options. Ooh, Iron Valiant also gets it, so there you go. Also Flamigo. So anyway, we're gonna go in with let's go Fluttermane, Roaring Moon, Groudon, and Chien-Pao. We're not going to worry about doing Tailwind because I mean I could use Rain Dance, but we don't really have anyone that's going to take advantage of the rain just yet. I do plan on having like Water Ogerpon, so we might have a couple of different selections for our team. It's just right now we just don't have like the immediate means of being able to take advantage of it. Like I said, like remember when I said in the beginning, like feeling congested? So that's what it kind of feels like. I have things and I do have ways of getting around things, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's being used. So it's weird. Okay. So there's 2 different ways I can do this. And I'm not sure which one's going to be like the best one. Let's see. Shadow Ball does hurt that mon. So does Power Gem. What was... Okay, so Fire, Water, Ground. Just to make it a little bit easier, let's do Power Gem and Knock Off. Let's see if this gives us what we want. Knock Off goes over to the Frigoraph, knocks it out, 1-hit KO. Now I selected Power Gem instead of Shadow Ball in case of like they called for the Terra. Power Gem. This isn't a stab move, so it's just a 1x. Brings them down to half. There's the Trick Room. The thing I wanted to try to prevent, but I don't even think that Shadow Ball would do anything to that. So now we're in real trouble. Here comes Torkoal. Ooh, Ogerpon. Ogerpon. That's actually quite interesting. Interesting indeed. We can't do anything with Fluttermane now except for Power Gem, which could literally knock out our big guy here. So let's go ahead and use this. And I'm going to protect on Roaring Moon. Here comes the Terra. It's going to go straight. Never mind. It's going to go for Landorus Eye. Or, yeah, Calyrex Eye. So, Ice Rider. Fire. He was fire! I guessed it! I guessed it! He just did it a turn too late. Dang it. If they DC'd, I definitely don't deserve this win. But if it was me, they deserve it. What was that? Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, I don't feel that was deserved. I did knock down a Pokemon, so I'll let you guys let me know in the comments if this one like counts. If it doesn't, I'll add like another one for Friday's video, which we are gonna decide later on if I'm gonna be recording for Saturday. So just letting you guys know ahead of time. It's a no-go on Saturday, so no video on Saturday. So you guys will have extra fights tapered on for all next week, so that way it can keep up, or it stays. What am I trying to think of? Because I'm not going to post a video for Saturday, I have to work. You guys have an extra fight next week just to kind of make it up. So there's that. But until Friday or until Saturday, you guys will have a video. So no video Saturday, but you'll have one for Sunday all the way through. So there's that. Let's move on. Hey, ooh, we got Tornadus, Kyogre, Amoonguss, Landorus Eye. There you go. Rillaboom, as well as Chi-Yu. So this is the rain team, or essence of a rain team, that I want to create. I kind of want to know how they build Kyogre. So within the Discord, we've been kind of talking about what people have been using for Terras. For Kyogre, we have water, ice, and grass. And I don't really have a way to counter any, like hardly any. I know how to counter grass and ice. Water? No, I don't have any, which is terrible because I should and I don't. We will have to beat speed though. So we're going to walk in with Tornadus and Chien-Pao. Because it's going to be rain, we're going to bring in Groudon, and we're also going to bring in Roaring Moon so that we can switch in from for whatever happens to Chien-Pao. We're hoping to get rid of Landorus Eye, Amoonguss, Tornadus, and Rillaboom with Chien-Pao. If we have to deal with Chi-Yu, then we can swap out for someone else. We don't have a water type that's going to just be able to soak up all of that damage from Chi-Yu, which is unfortunate, but we just need to be able to counter the majority of the other Pokemon, right? So Chi-Yu and Groudon and Kyogre, we don't really have an answer for, but everyone else, we have a idea of what to do. I just know that I think, anyway, I do outspeed Landorus and Tornadus with Roaring Moon. So that's all I know. Okay, so now the question becomes, do I want to take down Tornadus or do I want to take down Amoonguss? I think me doing Tailwind, because I think that's what they'll do. I'm going to go straight for Tornadus, because I think Amoonguss is going to switch here, and if it doesn't, it's probably going to want to do like Rage Powder so that Tornadus doesn't get hit for a ton. But we do have a Weather War on our hands. So we do have Groudon in the back, so if we need to swap him out, we can. And that should open up some sort of way. So, okay, Amoonguss protects, which is good. So Tailwind. Now, if this Tornadus doesn't do Tailwind, I knock it out. Okay, it does do Tailwind. So now we just match speed tiers, which is totally fine. But I'm definitely going to knock out this Landorus. Or, sorry, Tornadus. Down he goes. Rocky, nope, not Rocky Helmet. Okay, so no Rocky Helmet, which is great. But now, ooh, Rillaboom. Okay, I know exactly what I need to do here. Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and do Liquid Storm, and I'm going to Terra Ice Spinner, and I'm going to go straight into that Rillaboom. Fake Out's going to go nowhere, because Tornadus is going to negate it with Covert Cloak, and it's not like he can just, he can do Grassy Glide, which is dope, but it's not going to do anything. Even with the 50%, I won't go first, but I certainly will not go last. But the switch in for Kyogre might be prevalent here, so it depends, because they brought out 2 grass types against the exact opposite Pokemon that they don't ever want those grass types to even face. So I'm hoping I get the call here. Fake Out's gonna go into Chien-Pao, and maybe Rage Powder on Amoonguss. I'm hoping Fake Out, Chien-Pao. Nothing on the Spore, or at least no Rage Powder, so we probably will see Spore here. But we're gonna hit that, take off the grass field. Rillaboom's gone. And now we have a Bleak Wind Storm to a single target, and it misses the Amoonguss. Spore goes over to Chien-Pao. Okay. I mean, it was a tough call to either leave like comes Kyogre. So there's that. Here comes it. Oh, you made it really, really bad. Bleak Wind Storms now hit 100% of the time. And we're gonna should we? I mean, we do have to do it once. Yeah, we're gonna do it at least once. Protect, because we do have Roaring Moon in the back. We can also swap the weather out if we do need to, which we probably will. Bleak Wind Storm hits both and does a little bit to Kyogre, but it does do a third, or at least leave Amoonguss with a third. Citrus Berry will activate. And it looks like the sleep for Chien-Pao is there. Ice Beam. Okay. That's good to know. So are you going to use Pollen Puff? Or Chien-Pao is already asleep, my dude. That's not going to work. Bring out Roaring Moon. Okay. Booster energy. So now we get the very fast attack boost. We're still under Tailwind, I believe. We are. Okay, so I can acrobatics, but he's probably going to protect here. It would make sense, but it would also make sense to well, maybe. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. And I'm gonna Ice Spinner. You know what? I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Kyogre. Terra. Probably the Amoonguss. It is. Dark. Okay. Interesting. That's a new Terra type for Amoonguss. Chien-Pao's asleep still. It's totally fine. Acrobatics. So he survives that. Okay. Origin it. Oh, they must be so mad. They must be furious. Furious. Origin Pulse missing on both targets. Let's go. And our Tailwinds are now gone. Nope. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and protect on the Roaring Moon. I'm going to go ahead and Ice Spinner the Amoonguss. As I should wake up now. I know that I'm leaving Kyogre alone, but it's only because of the fact that I have Groudon, and once Groudon comes on the field, the rain stops, so water damage does half. Now he still has Ice Beam, which is still going to do a lot to Kyogre, or to Groudon, but Romoon's asleep. Protect on the Amoonguss, that sucks, but yes, let's go. Chien-Pao woke up. Ice Spinner goes over to the sleep, or the protected Amoonguss. Water Spout. That's still a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Okay, let's go ahead and bring out Groudon. Turn off the weather for you and bring it back to me. Let's go and protect, and I'm just going to go ahead and Brick Break. I should Brick Break the Amoonguss. Like, what's telling me not to? For some reason, my brain is telling me to do something else. What's going on here? I do need to protect on the Roaring Moon. That for sure needs to happen. But what am I missing? I think Kyogre is going to attack before me. We're going to Brick Break the Amoonguss though. Roaring Moon woke up. Let's go. We protect it. That way we can survive an additional turn. Oh. Kyogre is not faster than Groudon. That's interesting. And Groudon's supposed to be slower. That means that a lot of people are prepping for like the slowest Groudon, so yeah, that's dope. Ooh. Okay, let's knock off and Precipice Blades. What item do you have on? Knock off. Woohoo! Mystic Water, okay. Precipice Blades. Hits. Knocks down Kyogre. Good match 3. Okay. So, question is, because how my Groudon is set, we are looking at a really interesting set. Let me go ahead and bring that up for you guys. Pokemon Showdown. Team Builder. Okay. Team A 1.0. So we only have 60 EVs selected for Groudon, which means at level 50, we should be sitting at like 118. Yeah. And Kyogre, if I were to just create a temp team, we bring in Kyogre. For them to not be slower, I put 60 points into speed. So, oh, if they did exactly like I did, right, which is not going to be it, if that makes any sense. If they did exactly what I did, their speed is 118 as well, which means that might have been the speed tie, or it could be slower than that. Their base speed before nature is 110, and I believe that Groudon's is the same. So I think they have like similar stats. Let me check. Yes. So I either just bumped it up enough to where I outsped this Kyogre, or they just invested in no speed, thinking that if they came up with a mirror match or like a weather war, that their weather would be activated first. I know in Sword and Shield, I put in no advancements into speed. As a matter of fact, I did like Brave or something like that, just so that I have minuses, so that I would always get mine procced. But if you bring out your weather guy later, when they can only have the two, it doesn't really matter as much. So in that particular case, I don't know if I just won the speed tie or if it was something else. Put your votes in the comments down below, because I kind of want to know what you guys think. It was a very interesting match though. We're gonna move on. Okay, so we have Torkoal, Annihilate, Urshifu, Indeedee, Brute Bonnet, and oh, Ice Rider. Let's go. Okay, so obvious Trick Room team. We can clearly see that, and we can also see that Indeedee is going to negate whatever is going to come out to it. So in that case, what we'll do is Flutter Mane Roaring Moon, because I think I have a good counter for that Pokemon specific. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah. We're good. We're good, because Indeedee is probably going to come out and it's going to ignore a lot of the stuff. So if I bring out Groudon Flutter Mane, it's not going to do a whole lot, but we'll bring in Roaring Moon, and then we'll bring in Furgraf. That way we can reverse the Trick Room if we need to. I think Furgraf's the slowest team member that I have on my team currently. I'll double check. It should. And it's 80, so probably it is the slowest person on my team. It's not going to be the slowest on their team for sure. It's probably going to sit with Ice Rider. But Ice Rider is so okay. This is like my third encounter with Ice Rider, and I think I've lost to all of them except for this one. I'm hoping. All right, Groudon and Flutter Mane as one, so no berries can be eaten. Route is also activated, so we get a really good photosynthesis boost. So Annihilate being out there kind of scares me, but I think we'll be fine with the Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, and then we just go straight for the Heat Crash. No, we're just gonna go Precipice Blade. If that misses, then they deserve it, but if it doesn't, then who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be the victor. Now, another set that I thought about doing for Groudon is kind of like the Helping Hand set that I've been building with Koraidon. Koraidon's going to be really, really interesting when I decide to use him. If I'm not using Groudon, I'm probably going to use Koraidon. I figured out his ability only gives him the 1.3 attack boost and no one else, so that's dope. Okay, my Flutter Mane Terras, they're going to Terra the Ice Rider. And it's water. Okay. It's a good thing I didn't use, power or whatever. Coaching? Wait, you're scarfed. Interesting. Okay, so you got a defense boost and an attack boost. There's that Dazzling Gleam with the sun. Got blades. Hits. Does not take down. Glacial Lance. Wait, that hits both? Nuh-uh. When did it hit both? In Sword and Shield, it only hit one. You've got to be kidding me. Oh no. What do I do? I mean, it's got a +2. Is that because of the fact that it just gave him the buff twice? Comes Urshifu, who's single strike. That's not great. Attack was heightened on Roaring Moon. It's Hyper Voice. Acrobatics. Let's take down Ice Rider's protecting. Dang it. I should have predicted that. Not scarfed at all. I don't know what item it has. It doesn't even have Life Orb. I don't think that's it. Wicked Blow. Burgraph goes down. It's 3-on-1. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna swap Ice Rider or are you gonna keep him out? He's got a +3 in attack. Jesus. I think you're gonna swap him out. So I'm gonna acrobatics that. He lives? Oh well, duh. My item's not used. Remember that congestion that I mentioned before? That's why. That's why. The item boost couldn't be used, which means acrobatics doesn't have that boost in its attack because he's holding an item. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So obviously I need to look at the calcs for Calyrex again, because I thought Shadow Rider would be like the easiest one to take down, but neither one. I can't even get like just the regular ponies to do really well. How is Calyrex coming in and making it completely different? But that's why these videos are here. This is why we're doing what we're doing. So we're gonna bring up both Ice and Shadow Rider, and I'm hoping to have some sort of counter for next time I come back, as this is insane. Yeah, these are insane. I'm not 100% sure how to counter these. Oh, I clearly see it. Okay. Wow. So Ice Rider is more set for attack and defenses, while Shadow Rider is meant for speed and attack. So he might take like a couple of hits, but Jesus. Oh, okay. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to look into and try to come up with a counter for, because oh my God. I thought Zacian would be all over the place. I haven't seen him yet. So you guys have to let me know down in the comments if you guys have seen him yet. But these, the writers might be like the newest top Pokemon that everyone goes to. Interesting. Okay, we've got Tornadus, Shadow Rider, Urshifu, Clefairy, Rillaboom, and Incineroar. Oh boy. What do we do with this particular team? I think this might be the last video that I have with this team for testers. Might have something a little bit more. I'll rework on the team Saturday. Since we're not going to be bringing out a video for Saturday, I'll reconfigure the team. So obviously my rental code is going to be updated, but trying to make this as a little bit more coherent as I possibly can. Because I do have two partners that take like advantage of photosynthesis, but I need it to hit a little bit more. We'll do Tornadus and Roaring Moon, Fluttermane, actually, yeah, Fluttermane, and who's gonna be the last Pokemon? We have a couple of fake out users plus whatever you can do over there. So yeah, we'll bring in Farigiraf. Someone that can like, just take out a lot of their fake out users. Rillaboom and Incineroar is still going to be annoying just because of the fact that, you know, we will have to deal with fake outs and the revolving door of Pokemon. Tornadus and Urshifu, so Rapid Strike and Tornadus versus my Roaring Moon and Tornadus. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Tailwind. I'm going to then use Terra Flying, Acrobatics, Urshifu. I think that Urshifu is scarfed right off the bat. It could be Mystic Water. It does have Ice Rider on the team, so it might have the sash on him, if not on someone else, but I believe that this is scarfed Urshifu. It would make a lot of the best sense. So we both Terra. I open up with Flying Roaring Moon. They open up with Water. Yep. Urshifu. So now the acrobatic damage may not kill. I'm hoping that it does. Tailwind goes first. You gonna activate Tailwind? You are. Okay. So we're on even keel speed tiers. I'm faster, so it's not scarfed. Does not knock out the Urshifu though. Surging Strikes goes to Tornadus. Yep. So because of that damage, either Mystic Water or Choice Band. Nope. Life Orb. Gotcha. Let's bring out Fluttermane. Now, Fluttermane is just going to go up with the Dazzling Gleam. And I'm just going to go for the Acrobatics. So I'm going to go for the Tornadus. Doesn't really matter who I target. Tornadus protects. Totally fine. It's a double. It is a double. I think not having Urshifu on the team is probably like a bad call. But I can't have him on a Sun team because then his water attacks would go to like nothing. And he doesn't hit for very hard either, like automatically. So just gonna recall the same moves as last time. We're in equal footing in speed ties, so I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do here. Probably just trying to last out Tailwind so that I don't outspeed Shadow Rider, which is probably what they have in the back. It would make sense. But they also do have Tornadus retreats. So I did go... Oh, here comes Incineroar. It's going to lower my attack one stage for Roaring Moon, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. Aqua Jet for priority goes over to Fluttermane. Does not get the KO, but it is going to knock himself out. Life Orb damage, baby. Acrobatics, which isn't going to do a whole lot to Incineroar. A Dazzling Gleam is going to do neutral. Still doesn't get the KO. Okay. Tornadus comes back. Swap out to Farigiraf so that no... And we're going to hit Tornadus with knockoff. We're going to make sure that Fake Out doesn't do anything to us. Because they probably went for Fake Out on Roaring Moon. Yep, that was it. Exactly what happened. Knock off. Took off the Mental Herb, so interesting. People are preparing for like taunts, which isn't a bad idea anyway. Speed drops on both, and Tailwinds are now gone. That's not good. Not good. We're gonna hyper voice and kind of want to activate Tailwind on my side. We're gonna do that. Liquid Storm. We do outspeed, which is totally fine. Activate Tailwind on my side, so now we outspeed Incineroar. Hyper voice. Still doesn't get any of the KOs. Are you kidding me? I mean, he's not, like, Farigiraf isn't, like, attack built, so I get it. Knock off. Oof. Farigiraf just barely lasting. Protect. And we're going to go ahead and acrobatics the Incineroar. I'm just primarily setting up for Flutter Mane at this point. This Flutter Mane no longer has any speed, or it didn't have any speed downs before, but now I outspeed them. But I also need to be able to bring out Flutter Mane without it being KO'd. So I need to create a way to switch in. And this is the only way that I can do it. I have to sacrifice one. I don't want to sacrifice Farigiraf yet, but I probably will have to. Tailwind goes up, so I still outspeed Incineroar, so they're going to go down. But they had to activate Tailwind because if they didn't, I would win the speed tie and all that. So that was 100% have to happen. Calyrex. I knew it. I knew it. So now I'm going to... Let's see if this works. Why not? We're going to protect and Trick Room. I think if Farigiraf wins this is going to be great. This is going to be a great comeback. Liquid Storm misses Farigiraf, please. Protect. That way we can get set up for Flutter Mane when it comes back. Or comes out. Astral Barrage does nothing. Shouldn't do anything. Yep, to Farigiraf. Because it's a normal type. Liquid Storm. Please miss the Farigiraf. Please miss the Farigiraf. No, it doesn't. Dang it. Dang it. I was like, oh, come on, please. Come on, please. Come on, man. That'd be so dope. That'd be so funny. If that's what happened. That'd be so funny. Alright, Flutter Mane, and it's 2v2. My mons are weak. Shadow Ball to... Acrobatics. Oh, Astral Barrage. Nope. Yep, too fast. Nope. You will have to have someone that tries to outspeed that bozo. But he's so hard. So at level 50, right? His base speed with no nature investment is 170. Full nature investment, so like timid, is 222. The only Pokemon in existence that outspeeds him naturally is Regieleki. You can get other Pokemon like Electrode that can do it, I think. Anyone that's over 170. Give that a shot real quick. I'm sorry if my voice sounds like it's going out, and it's because it is. You know, big day at work. So it is 150. Yeah, the only one that outspeeds it consistently is Regieleki. The base speed there is 200. Everything below that is not. You can do it with like Swift Swim or Scuda. You can do 205 with Flutter Mane, but no. You'd have to boost your energy to get it higher than that. So you could with Iron Bundle and Fluttermane, but I don't know the calcs to knock them out yet. So you have to either use Regieleki or any of the faster Pokemon with booster energy. That will allow you to take advantage of that. Obviously Tailwind, but if the speeds are the same, you're gonna have a lot of trouble. So yeah, even with Electrode, it's 150. It ties it. It wouldn't take much for it to go over. Dang it. Dang it. But that's okay. That's why these videos are here. So now we can kind of see what everyone's playing. I see now the riders are being such a problem. And Kyogre. I've only seen Koraidon once. I've only seen Miraidon once. I've seen a ton of these riders. So I think that's what that's going to be the first thing that we're going to have to figure out how to counter first is Calyrex, Ice Rider and Shadow Rider. Once that becomes a little bit more manageable, then we should be able to have an easier time. But we need to have a Pokemon that can beat 222 with full investment. Now that's not with without Scarf, right? So 222 times 1.5. Do that real quick. 222 times 1.5. Okay, 333. That's with Scarf. Good freaking luck. How do you counter that? How do you counter that? I thought that these guys would not be as strong because a lot of people in Gen 8 you would need to Dynamax them so that they can survive more than one hit, because otherwise they weren't surviving hardly anything. But in this gen, oh boy, it's a completely different ball game. These are complete monsters, and I don't know how to deal with them. But that's okay. That's why these videos exist. That's why I'm going to be taking Saturday to figure out what I can do to counter either one or both of them. I don't think I'll be able to do both. Maybe have one Pokemon for one and another one for another one. Don't know. But it's going to be very, very interesting to build. Ice Rider is probably going to be like the most annoying one to build for. It might be the slowest Pokemon in there, but that doesn't matter. He's got too many defenses. It's like they looked at him and like, you know what? You kind of sucked last gen. We're going to buff you and just leave Shadow Rider kind of as it is. And you kind of don't want to do anything with it. Anyway, let's move on. And that, ladies and gents and Poke fans alike, is going to be the end of today's video. As you clearly see, we're now in Ultra Ball, which is great. And we've learned a ton, not only in our own team and how congested it is and how we can maybe uncongest it to make it a little bit more cohesive. And we also figured out how much the riders are going to be a problem. I already see them being a huge issue. Kyogre, I can deal with. The riders? Oh my goodness. I can't. I wonder if there's a way that I can OHKO them somehow. And if I can't, I just need to figure out how just to deal with them by themselves. So that's going to be very interesting. For now, that's the end of the video. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the show. And if you did, please leave your appreciation by leaving a like on the video. If you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Please leave a comment down below, as I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. I do apologize if my voice is going out, and that is because it is. And that's because I've been talking a lot at work and trying to get everything done. So if you are a new viewer, go ahead and take a look at the playlist at the end card. I do have over 17 seasons that you guys can watch. I started at season 4 and we're now at season 18. That's insane when you put it to that number. That's 14 consecutive seasons that we hit Master Ball, so that's good. That's dope, and that is awesome. And if you guys want to see more of the content that I do, you know, just kind of watch a little bit more videos. We're going to be recording quite a bit this month, so I'm hoping you guys enjoy the show. Like I said, we're not having a video for Saturday, but we will continue with videos on Sunday and we'll get from there. If you're a returning viewer, please consider hitting the subscribe button, as it does help out the channel and it does help the videos reach further audiences. So please help a guy out and just click that button and I'll be eternally grateful. So with that all being said, we're officially in Ultra Ball now. And yeah, that's all that I've got. Hope you have a great day. I will see you all next time. Until then, take care. See you later. Peace.